What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Birdhouse Sports Show. As always, this is Son.
And this is Pops. We got a lot of news coming to you. Even a new World Series with Toronto and the LA Dodgers. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's listen to it. We love y'all. Let's ready to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, appreciate you guys. Like I said, always supporting us, liking, subscribing. We're gonna try to get it on a regular schedule to keep this show going, but life be lifing. But but other than that,
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
other than that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about tonight's game. Let's go ahead and swing over to that. We actually got Minnesota facing the LA Chargers in LA tonight. Right now, this is a game where both teams need a win right now. We got the Chargers 4-3. Minnesota just came off a loss to my Birds. Let's go, baby. You know what I mean? So both teams need a win right now. And I would just say right now, just because the odds are in favor of the Chargers are winning this by 3.5 because they are home. But like I said, Minnesota, man, I think if Wentz could turn around, I don't even know if is it Wentz or is it that's another thing. I don't even know if it's Wentz or did old quarterback come back and play. But I seriously just got the Chargers winning this tonight. They at home, they have the advantage. They should go ahead and continue to execute, keep Wentz off his game. You see already what the Eagles is able to do. If you play enough zone, you could take away some of his deep threat, his weapons, which we did playing against them, and put some pressure on Wentz. They can get this W. What you think about this game tonight?
Well, I think you're totally wrong. I don't think the Chargers got what it is at home. I think they lost their smoke. They don't have it. I think the Vikings is going to show told Wentz to keep it simple. If the starting quarterback don't come back, keep it simple. Hit them on cutting routes, cross screens, fades, and whatever the case might be, and try to get that running game going. But I think the Chargers lost their smoke. They lost that power. They on a slump right now, and I think that slump continues. Even though the betting got them up 50% and got the Vikings 49% really. I don't see it. I got a low scoring game, but I got the Vikings pulling it out 23-14.
I'll flip it. I think it's 23 Chargers, 14 Minnesota with the victory.
Okay.
And but like I
Okay.
said, that game is about to start relatively soon. I just think at the end of the day, it's time for one of the Harbaugh brothers to step up, cause your Harbaugh brother
Hey, don't
ain't
worry about it. God got a
doing too
good
much.
plan for us to put on the show. Hard comings, hard comings, good outcomes. That's all that's to it. God is good to us. Thank you. We gotta
uh,
take our lumps. You just can't smooth through everything. We going through a strong path. We'll get through it. Go Ravens. Go Ravens.
Yeah, all right. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, but like I say, hopefully you guys check that out. That will be on
Uh,
Prime tonight. It will be on Prime, 8:15 Eastern. We will be checking that game out. Let's go ahead and talk about.
yes.
We did miss. Like I said, it's Thursday. We couldn't record Tuesday. Couldn't come on here Wednesday, so we did miss the Monday night reactions. Let's go ahead and start off, man, with that surpriser. Because right now, Baker Mayfield's been like the landslide leader for the MVP.
Yeah,
But
they
after,
stuck the air out of that, baby.
man, oh man, Detroit Lions at
Listen.
home win and beat the Buccaneers
Boy, my boy number 0. I'm
24 to
sorry.
9.
Lord Jesus. Boy, Gibbs is something else, boy.
Yeah, he's special. He's
Gibbs is
special.
something else, boy.
He
I'm
he is
telling you.
special. He is special.
Gibbs
They
is
was not
something
playing.
else.
And shout out to the Lions defense that really showed up, man, and showed out and contained Baker in that offense. Jared Goff
Yeah.
was, he was okay. It wasn't the craziest game, but he was 20 for 29. He was efficient, 241, one passing TD. He had one interception. He was sacked 4 times. He had a QBR rating of 91. Of course, Gibbs with that big 78-yard running touchdown. He just zoomed past everybody, man. I mean, he was incredible to watch. He was 17 carries, 136. Obviously, majority of that was that long run, and he had two TDs on the day. They were just overall productive, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 catches, it were 86 yards. He had a TD. You also had Gibbs with 3 receptions for 82 yards. Gibbs was definitely the MVP of the night. He was doing this thing, but like I said, but once again, just looking on the flip side, Baker had a 66 QBR. He was 28 for 50, and you seen it because they were falling behind. He had to throw the ball. Look, 50 attempts is insane for a quarterback to be throwing the ball that much. 228, one TD, one interception. He got sacked 4 times. Good pressure by the Lions. He had a QBR, like I said, once again, 66. Look at the rushing yards. Total was 41 yards. The Lions shut the
They
Buccaneers
stack,
down.
yeah, they stacked the box on them too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's your thoughts in this game? I don't think, like I said,
Hey,
yeah,
hey, I was excited for both because I knew Baker Mayfield was tough. He's a
right,
tough dude, but
right,
Detroit wasn't playing. Detroit came in there to handle business. No matter what Baker tried to do, they shut it down. He got a little something. Sorry for his number one receiver. He just came off a hamstring. Then he caught the beautiful catch from Baker Mayfield. Then once he hit the ground, they said he popped his collarbone and got a concussion at the same time. It was a shame. And after that, the game was basically over. But for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker looked like a regular quarterback like that, and he's just a supercharged dude. He tried to keep going, keep pushing, but he had nothing for Detroit. Detroit
right,
went and played. Goff played. St. Brown played. And Gibbs was just beautiful. And the offensive line was beautiful. The defense was great. It was just an all around good game, all around
right.
battle. And that's what you call a football game. That was a real tough football game. It was beautiful. Thumbs up on this football game and 5 star on Gibbs, brother. I am a Gibbs fan, even though I got my own running back.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's how you do it. That's how you get the job done. And I really enjoyed that game. That was a great game. And like I said, we were the other team that beat the Buccaneers. They were flowing, man. They were running through everybody. But I'm glad someone showed the blueprint of how you could beat them. And look, also
Yeah.
just some really sad news. I'm sorry to hear that I think Evans broke his
Yeah, that's who
clavicle.
I was talking about.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, he
That's right.
broke
That's right.
his collarbone and he caught a concussion. Excuse me for not producing the name at the time, but it was Evans that hurt himself. He did a beautiful over the shoulder catch, and once he hit the ground,
Right, right.
the ground the ground don't give up nothing. So
Nah.
he got a concussion and separated his shoulder bone. The defensive player had nothing on him with that. That was just self done. Uh,
Right.
Evans to the ground, and that was the outcome. Sorry for him. Hope he have a speedy recovery. God bless him.
Yeah, 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 for sure. It's just one of those situations where it was just super unfortunate. But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and pull up that other Monday night game. It looks like man, oh man. Like I said, we had definitely two great games on Monday. Um, we had the Seahawks defeating and beating Houston 27-19. Um, I don't know what's going on with the Houston Texans, man. It's just been a tough year for them. Um, they just haven't been able to execute. But shout out to Sam Darnold and team. Sam Darnold was 17 for 31, 213 in the air, one TD, one interception. Wasn't his greatest game. He had a quarterback rating of 73. But once again, was able just to do enough. To be honest, it was a lot of the defensive effort of Seahawks that really made the difference. Other than that, rushing attack overall, they have about 118 yards on the ground. Other than that, Jackson Smith, Najib, I never say his name right, but that dude is special. I'm calling it right now. This Jew is going to be a Pro Bowl this year. I mean, he's definitely, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's the number one ranked wide receiver this year. But he is killing it, and I think that's making a huge difference for the Seahawks. Just to go ahead and flip it real quick, I don't know what's going on with the Texans, man. Um, they just can't seem to get out their own way. Stroud was 23 for 49, 229, one touchdown, one interception, three sacks. QBR's 59. You look at their rushing attack. Nick Chubb couldn't get nothing going, man. 5 carries for just 16 yards, 56 yards total. It was just an abysmal performance by Houston. They tried everything to get back into it, but it was a done deal. Um, I don't know what's going on with them and the franchise. I thought this was going to be a year for the Houston, but it's not turning out like that. I don't know. They need to hit a reset button or something. I don't know what's going on with that team. But what's your thoughts on this game?
Well, my thoughts start with the Houston Texans. I would say anytime a team they play anybody over 500 and over, they can't play with them. They might start off good
Right.
because the energy is the start, but then once it get balanced out, they can't handle no team over 500. And I'm gonna leave it to is coaching, is being prepared, is executing what they was told to do, and all that aspect, but they are who they are. They're a weak unit at this time. They trying to do what's right. They can't keep their quarterback upright. The line ain't blocking. Nick Chubb, I believe, still have something in the tank, but it ain't showing because he can't get through no holes. And also, the players are faster than before he went out and got hurt. He came back a year later. The players is much faster, younger, and stronger. That could be a lot with his problem going on. He can't get to them holes and he can't get to that natural speed he used to pop with. But anyway, as far as the Seahawks go, Donald is playing good football. Yes, he slipped and sometimes fall into his old self, but he do that a quarter and 3 quarters. He's almost perfect in things he do. Still little bumps here and there, but he changed his game. That's why I understand they wanted Donald and they got rid of the brother that's in Las Vegas Raiders, Geno Smith. I could see is a major difference. And like my son said, the wide receiver they got, he's doing big things for them. And also their offense is blocking them, keeping Donald upright. Their defense is stopping people. Yes, their problem is they run into people that's more superior than them, like
Right. Right.
600, 700% and wins and all that stuff. And that's when they get caught up. They got to beat the real better teams. But as far as the Texans go, that was a walk in the park with a little bit of hasty scoring and all that. But I believe the Seahawks could beat the Texans anytime because the Texans really do have more problems than what the 19 points showed.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. It was one of those situations where man, I don't know what's going on with them, but great game overall. But man, they're gonna have to look at the
Yeah,
mirror.
it's sad.
Yeah,
It's sad
it's
because
sad.
they put on the show for Strauss when he first came out, and they can't get to that curtain no more. They can't get to that curtain no more. So I just think it's just what I mean. It is what it is. Let's move on to the next one, son, because ain't
Yeah,
nothing for that. And
yeah,
keep going, Seahawks. Keep going.
yeah. That's all we could do. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these upcoming games for the NFL. Right now, we do have this Sunday. We got Dolphins and Falcons. To be honest, the Dolphins are done as a franchise. Right now, the spread is what a 7.5. Atlanta. I think they'll probably cover that and more. Dolphins is finished. They don't believe in the quarterback. They don't believe in the coach. They, to me, an embarrassment. We look at the Jets and Bengals. Um, Once again, the Jets, man, I don't even know. The owner does have the head coach back for the Jets. Did say that, hey, what can a head coach do if you got a quarterback that's throwing negative 14 or 1.4
And that
yards?
and son, and that's why Tyrod Taylor got to start. And old boy Justin Fields is done.
Yeah.
Done. He might not even be utilized as a backup.
Yep. I'm a, any thoughts on the Dolphins and Falcons before I continue to the Browns and Patriots?
Yes. Yeah, I got some thoughts on that. Um, once he snitched out the kitchen, it's over. There's no more food to cook. Now, the only thing I'm concerned with is Atlanta Falcons taking it for granted and sleep on them because a bad team could wake up at any day, like we always say, any given Sunday. You know what I mean? Don't sleep
Right.
because they in mud right now. They in mud. They can't make nothing. They can't get nothing. But if y'all go there sour while they down, you got to put them down. You got to put them down because the scrappy dog will come out fighting anytime if you give him some life. So Falcons, you slip up and you play this moxie game like you on topsoil because y'all not. When better teams come y'all way, y'all fold like a tent. Y'all got to step it up and play hard and take the Dolphins out like y'all should.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I just went to the Falcon Stadium last week, man. It's a beautiful place to. It's a beautiful place, man. So hopefully, that Atlanta crowd is something else, man. I think that's going to give them the juice to make it happen. Um,
No,
now,
man, shit. They ain't gonna give them nothing. Because if that's the case, they'd have been had trophies.
that is true. They don't have Vic no more. But anyway,
And he didn't get a trophy.
he didn't get a trophy either. He didn't. Well, yeah, he didn't get a trophy either. But you got the Browns and the Patriots. Now I'm definitely rooting for the Patriots. I want them to
Well,
obliterate.
hold on. You
What's up,
don't
guy?
skip the Jets. I didn't
No,
say nothing
I
on the
just.
Jets and
Okay,
Bengals.
okay.
Yeah. The Jets. I'm glad the coach got the Glenn back. I'm glad because he don't deserve that. He did a heartfelt thing, tried to save somebody, but it wasn't a lesson learned. It was just a helping thing. Sorry, Jet fans, for the missed year, but it is what it is. The Bengals and Joe Flacco gonna try to destroy them. And remember, they don't have no sympathy for the Jets, like I'm telling the Falcons, because the Bengals is still trying to win, as long as they have a capable quarterback to throw to them two monsters on the outside, and that running back Brown could get off and do his thing. So they ain't gonna give the Jets no life.
Right,
So
right,
that's how the
right.
Falcons supposed to take care of it. And guys, move on
No,
to the Browns.
no, definitely. No, I definitely agree with you. Uh, I want Shedeur. Right now we're gonna talk about it in a minute. So I don't. Let's just focus on the game. We'll talk about the controversy that's going on with the Browns. Every week it's an issue with them because the head coach is a
Yes,
son of a gun, and
he's
yeah, he's the worst.
garbage.
But the Browns are playing the Patriots. The Patriots is favored 7.5. They'll cover it. Now here's the thing: the Browns have a great defense. But even the defense is like the hell with this team at this point. You could just see it. It's like we already what 2-5. What are we playing for? They want to see some change as well. So I can see the Patriots getting this win. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be super easy. I think it will be a challenge. But at the end of the day, I really hope the Patriots are able to pick apart Dylan Gabriel and prove to the world that I think he's a forever backup, and that's what he should be, and that's what I think he is. But what's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts is the Patriots going to be disciplined and sound. They're not going to get into the politics. They're going to look at the high school quarterback as a professional, which he is, Dylan Gabriel, and they're going to look at the starter as meat. They're going to attack him, try to shame him, try to put him in his place. I don't believe they're going to play sissy ball like some of the teams been with him and not really put it on him. You know what I mean? They got quality quarterbacks out there that they face, and they come at Dylan Gabriel like they all in cahoots to save him. Kick his ass. He ain't giving you nothing. Excuse my French people. Lord help my mouth. But anyway, they trying not to help him the way he's supposed to be doing stuff. And I think he's not supposed to get away with some of the things that the coach is protecting him on and all that. So Patriots, do your job, do what you know your coach wants you to do, and get him, sack him, intercept him, do what you got to do to the opposite team like you're supposed to do. Whether it was Shedeur, Flacco, or anybody playing for the Browns, do your job, attack them from that standpoint. And as the Browns go, Dylan Gabriel hasn't shown nothing. They came out with the Wildcat. two times in a row because they knew in the red zone, if 5 yards out, he couldn't do nothing with them because he go blind because he couldn't see the end zone once his linemen stand up. So they came up with the Wildcat so they could score. That tells you everything you need to know about the Browns head coach trying to be the OC, got the OC supporting all this garbage because he want to keep his job. So everybody's in cahoots about shaming themselves, except the defense, except the people on special teams, except a lot of the offensive players. But nobody want to say really too much because they might be out of a job. So it's like a dictatorship in the Browns until the owner change his mind and be a real owner and get rid of garbage.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But like I said, we're gonna get more into details with that. I don't want to spend too much time with that, but yeah, I'm done with it. But let's go ahead and real quick. Let's just I'm gonna kind of get through these games. We got the Giants and Eagles. Obviously, that was the game I went to in person when we played them at MetLife. We did lose. Like I said, the team just identity wise just just wasn't clicking. But we showed what we could do on offense with Minnesota. We got the job done in the air. But other than that, we're gonna be back at home. We're gonna get the job done versus these Giants. I'm expecting a blowout. I want to blow these dudes out. I want to beat them like they beat us. They embarrassed our team. They put a mirror to my offensive line that we got some problems that we need to fix. They also put a mirror to our offensive coordinator, not Jalen Hurts. Because if you call the plays that you want Jalen to run, he will get it done. But they showed what our OC was lacking. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time. Jackson Dart, Scatterbull, the Giants got new life in that franchise. They're feeling themselves, regardless if they're 2-5. It don't matter. They feel like they got a franchise quarterback now. So it'll be a tough battle, but I got my team winning this. I know we haven't done no scores, but I'm going to do a score for this one. I got us winning 35-17. I got us dominating in this game. Eagles. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I see it different. I see the Giants losing this game, but I'm before I start talking, I'm gonna give the score too. I got the Eagles low scoring game because it's going to be a battle because they're going to try to feed Saquon to beat the Giants, and it's a lot of different things going on within the Eagles' offense. I believe that need to be shared, but they keeping it in house and they want to produce Barkley because Barkley haven't really got off yet. So Smitty and I don't know if what your number one receiver is going to play today. I
AJ
mean,
Brown,
play
because
Sunday.
yeah,
Is he going to
because of
play
a
Sunday
hamstring.
or
We're not
so
sure.
that might be iffy. So they might have to stack the box, but they're gonna open some holes for Barkley when he play the Giants. Scatterbull and Dart and the other players on the Giants gonna try to get off and do their thing. But I'm gonna tell you something. Scatterbull got a target on his back. They're a confident rookie. Dart got a target on his back because they saw what he could do, and he's a threat. They are a threat to the game, and a positive threat. So, Eagles, strap on your helmets. It's going to be a battle. The Giants feel good about their two rookies, and they're going to do what they can. But I got the Eagles winning this game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Go Birds. And let's see. Let's get through some of these other games. I ain't gonna spend too much time. You got Bills and Panthers. Honestly, the Panthers could shock you. Even though, Panthers are home. Buffalo can be beat. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not even gonna put too much sense on that. I could see, of course, the Buffalo's favorite, but I can see the Panthers beating them, man. Just like the Falcons beat them when I saw them in person. You could put some pressure. The Bills is not as great as we all think they are. But what's your quick thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that, son. If Young don't play, I could see the Bills winning a close game, 24
That's right. He got
18.
hurt.
But
That's
if
right. He
Young
got
do
hurt.
play, I got Panthers squeaking it out 28-24. That's what I got. It's an odd number. 28 is an even number, but I got them 28 to 24. I don't know how did that rounded up like that, but that's what I got. Um, yeah, yeah. That's all I
I
got for that.
Bears and Ravens. Um,
Woo-hoo! Let's go, baby.
nah,
Let's
don't
go. You know what
nah
his
nah nah
deal
nah
is.
nah
Let's
nah.
go, baby.
Don't
Let's
get all
go.
hype. Don't get all hype.
Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna be honest.
Let's go.
I don't know if Lamar's playing for one. He just showed up. I
Lamar
think
playing.
we'll see.
Lamar playing.
And then even if he does play, your Ravens defense has just been abysmal this year.
Don't worry. Hey,
So
listen. We all did searching. We all did searching. Even the fans, even the
right.
super fans, is stronger fans than probably me. But even everybody did searching for the Ravens, and we have belief. We starting from ground zero because we have no choice. Go Ravens, go Ravens. I got the Ravens 31 to 14 over the Bears.
I
31
got
to 14.
I'll give y'all this. Y'all home. I'll give y'all 21-17. Well, 21-18 over the Bears. I think it's gonna be a close score game. I just don't think Caleb Williams is really that great. I'm just not sold on him, and I think that's the biggest difference if y'all getting the victory. Other than that, I have nothing else for that game. Um, there's not much to be said about the 49ers and Texans. I got
Yeah, yes,
49ers
yeah.
winning. I got
Yes, me
49ers
too.
winning by a
I
landslide.
Hey
Yeah,
son, I picked wrong on the 49ers before. I'm not
right.
doing that for the rest of the year. The way they've been playing, the way
Mac
they've been
Jones has
bouncing back,
been balling.
yeah, yeah, and leave what's
Right,
his name on the sideline for a minute. And
right.
I believe the 49ers gonna really trounce on the Texans because Texans is like what we said
Yeah,
previous. They damaged goods right now because anybody that's really super that is like 500 and better,
yeah, they
boy, they just can't
it's
handle it. And
yeah, it's
even
like
I believe the 49ers what's the 49ers record?
they 5-2. 5-2.
Yeah, anything over 500, they're gonna tear the Texans up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's move
Yeah,
on. Move
let's
on.
move on. Bucks and Saints. I got Bucks.
Saint Bucks.
Yeah, it's no
And
even we not even
Baker Mayfield, yeah, he gonna try to get back in that that winning column. He gonna make the All-Star game, but I think
yeah.
that
I
MVP is slipping away.
yeah, I agree. Cowboys and Broncos. Broncos being home. I got the Broncos winning this. I'll be honest. As great as the Cowboys are playing, and I know they're trying to trade to get a DN, which they had a great one already. Terrible Jerry Jones owner. I got the Broncos winning this, man. They have been a surprise team how well they played. They have earned that 5-2 record and could have very well been 6-1. I got them beating the Cowboys. I just don't think the Cowboys can stop a cold on defense. They got a great offense, can't do nothing on
Well,
defense.
then I'm gonna be opposite. I got the Cowboys winning. This is the score, y'all. I got it going because both of them don't have no defense. I got it going 28 to 32 Cowboys. And reason why I got that, Denver's a little bit more rounded as a team. The Cowboys is relying on that potent offense, and I believe that offense can outscore the good defense and the good team all around. The offense gonna do it for the Cowboys, not the defense.
I got Broncos 28-24 over the Cowboys. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. And plus, I need the Cowboys to lose anyway, so it might be a little bit biased here. Let's continue on. Titans and Colts. Colts. We
You
should just
already
move
know
on.
that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that ain't. Hey, anyway, go
Packers and
Colts. We got the Colts.
we got the
Uh,
Colts. Yeah, I am. Packers and Steelers. Ooh, ooh,
uh,
that's a good one right there.
because because Tomlin is mad and Rodgers is upset and everything they feel they should have won the game and they got duped. No, y'all didn't get duped. Flacco just put it on y'all with Chase and Higgins.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
didn't get duped.
I think they're gonna take it
Y'all
out
had
on
to
Green
play
Bay.
strap in. They're gonna try to
Yeah,
take it out on Green Bay, and it's gonna mess them up. I got Green Bay winning, and Brett Favre finally going against his old
not
team that he
Aaron
spent a lot
Rodgers.
of
Aaron
years with.
Rodgers.
Yeah, yeah,
You said Brett
I
Favre.
call him Brett Favre because he act just like him. But
Yeah,
anyway, I just Aaron Rodgers, give him his due. He been
right,
balling. He been balling, but
right.
I reveal him to be the same way, cocky, um, all
Yeah,
about them, and everybody's extra. But anyway, I got the Packers winning. Love gonna give them some love, and Parson gonna get off because everybody can't do what the
right.
Cowboys did to Parsons. So I think Parsons gonna get off. And another thing, I'm mixed games here, but the Cowboys shouldn't have never been able to do that to Parsons if y'all wouldn't have kept him in one or two spots. That was just dumb as doorknobs. Y'all should have made him the linebacker instead of the end.
Yeah, yeah. I overall I got the Steelers winning over the Packers. I think it's going to be a
I
close
don't.
game. I think it's going to be close. I say it's probably low scoring. Probably like it's going to be something like 17-14. I got Steelers winning. Um,
I got the Packers 30-38
I don't think it's going to be that
over
high.
the Steelers.
I don't think it's going to be
I
that high,
think
but
so. I
we'll
think
see.
so.
We'll see. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is not even. It's going to be the Chiefs because
Oh yeah.
our boy hurt. He out. And look, the Chiefs is favored by 11.5. You already know they don't have their franchise quarterback, so it's not even. I don't even care to
Yeah,
watch the
it
game.
wasn't gonna happen anyway. Right now,
Right.
I think
Chiefs
Mahomes
are
could
hot.
run the table. I
Right.
think
He
the
hot.
Mahomes could run the table until you run into those people that always beat him. Now, if he got y'all in the late half of the year, if he beat y'all, they got possibilities. If he got to beat all the strong suitors that he never really beat, and he still wins Super Bowl. So the Chiefs is very deadly. I'm a Mahomes fan, but I'm not a Chief fan. I always say that, and they very deadly. As far as the Commanders go, they damaged goods. I think they're gonna suck out this season and just get everybody healthy. I don't see them making up a competitive fight. But if they shock us, they shock us. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that for the most part. Um, I'm looking forward to this NFL weekend, man. It's gonna be awesome. Just the caveat, we're not gonna cover anything with college. Really wasn't no big college games to highlight. I would have checked the schedule, but anything big we'll definitely cover in our show over the weekend. But we want to flip it. Hey y'all, starting what 2 days ago, I think on the 21st was the first NBA game. So the NBA season has started, just transitioning to the NBA. We will start covering it. We won't. We're not just football only. We will cover other sports as well. We're gonna just look at some of these scores. We're gonna flash through some of these, and then just get our perspectives and stuff like that. But like I said, it's still early. They play 84 games, so but it's just good to see how everything started. We already know some of our superstars like LeBron didn't play, and some of our stars are out right now. But anyway, um, just to flip it here, um, Kevin Durant, everyone heard, right? He did sign that extension, right? He is with the Houston Rockets. He did play his team, his old Thunder team, on Tuesday. They did lose by 1 point, 125 to
But
124.
it was a battle.
What's your thoughts on that game?
It was a battle. Both of them. The Rockets need a true point guard to facilitate so that they could get Durant the ball in the proper spacing. They got a lot of go getters, but they don't have a proper point guard. As far as the Thunder go, they missing their point guard, and no, they two guard because they team is really sound. They play all the way through, but when they get their man back from wrist surgery, once he gets back, they'll be a full fledged team going through. So they look strong to be on a championship receiving ring night. They look real good. They look really, really good. But Rockets look good, and once they get that piece, confident point guard for the Rockets, they gonna show real good as well. They took it to I believe, double overtime. So it was a good first game. So it shows you how positive game one was.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. That was definitely a battle, and like I said, that's what you want to see. You want to see games like that, and it's good to see. That's what makes the NBA the NBA. When you got games like that, not these lopsided like 140
Start out right out the gate.
ninth
Yes.
gate blown out. You also had the Warriors,
Yeah.
right? Get the early victory, 119 to 109 over the Lakers. But you already know the caveat, the asterisk with that is that LeBron didn't play. So
Yes.
it was already given that it was a potential that the Lakers were going to lose that game. Any thoughts on that before we move on?
Yes, it is. It's a
What's
lot of
up?
thoughts. I'm a Laker fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron fan. Uh, anyway, Luca put on a magic show. Luca dropped 43. You know what I mean? I think he had 43, 12, and 9. Whew, those are numbers for you. But he
Yeah,
wasn't good enough because him and Austin Reed can't play really good defense. They could try all they want, but they all about the offensive side of the ball. The supporting cast couldn't do much. You had Hall of Famers coming at them in every which way. Draymond Green, Stephen Curry. You had what's my brother name? He dropped 30. Um, oh man, what's his name? Lord Jesus. And I'm talking about it. Ain't that something? But he
hold
dropped
on.
30 in the game, and he was man, I just spoke about him. Excuse me, y'all. Um, I just saw this cat in a
You talking about
commercial.
Butler.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry, y'all. Talking about Butler. Excuse the
Yeah,
brain
yeah, yeah.
freeze for that one.
Butler
Butler
had
had 30
31.
points.
31.
Yeah, 31 points, 31
Right.
points correction. One, and I'm not trying to rob your 1 point, Butler. But anyway, they was looking sound. They was looking ready. They was looking fast. They was cutting with Curry. To be an old man, he looks real good. Whatever problems he got off the court, I don't think he have none. I believe that boy just have a lot of faith, and he go out there and put on the show. And like all basketball players say, when they get on the court, everything outside the court is for them 2 hours, 3 hours, is gone. They deal with that once they get back to their locker or whatever. But kudos to them.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And just to run down, you also got some additional games that happened yesterday. You got Knicks beating Cavaliers 119 to 111. Knicks got the job done. As you already know, we're native New Yorkers, so it's always good to see the Knicks do something. It's still early, but Brunson and the team, man, they've you hopefully they put something together that they can make it deep into the playoffs. Um, we also got my son, his grandson, went to the Hornets game, and saw Hornets beat the Nets 136 to 117. Uh, just man, I'm telling you, man, when the Hornets wasn't playing, like they even had everybody on their bench almost had double digits. It was crazy. Everybody on their team was scoring. Just no defense by the Nets at all. Um, but shout out to the Hornets getting that victory. You also had Magic beating the Heat 125 to 121. Just to look at these scores, it's like I miss the old NBA. These scores are crazy. It's
But
like,
that's the way they want it though. They don't want
yeah,
a defensive team. When you're a defensive team, son, today you like in the Stone Age to them. They want this. They want to sell points. Every sport want to sell points, just like baseball. Glad they're getting back to hitting home runs, just like football. They want you to turn it up, and every defense suck in college
right,
because they got 40, 50 points. They love the scoring. They don't love 7-3. They don't love 88 to 79. They don't love that. They love these 100-point games. That's what's selling tickets right now.
right, right. Now I'm with you. You also had the Raptors get a victory, 138 to 118 over the Hawks. 76ers, great win over the Celtics. Man, 117 to 116. That was a nail biter, man. But 76ers got the job done. Shout out to them. You also had the Bulls beat the
But
Pistons.
the Sixers got a lot of missing pieces.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You gotta remember that. And they just beat them. AJ Brown is the leading guy on that team. So remember, old boy is out for the rest of the season.
That's true. That is
The starting yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He is out. So no, that makes perfect sense. So yeah, hey, shout out to 70. Hey, you got to take advantage when you can, and they did. They got the victory. Bulls
Yeah, but they
115.
better. But son, sorry to cut you
Yeah,
again.
what's up?
They better work on that. They better work on that because if the Celtics gave them a hard time without all the Celtics pieces being there, what is the rest of the league gonna look like? They have
That
a
is
full
true.
team, so they better get it together.
That is true. That is true. You got the Bulls that did get a victory, 115 to 111 over the Pistons,
Hmm.
and got the job done at home. You had the Grizzlies beating the Pelicans 128 to 122. And like I said, a lot of it's just momentum. I mean, a lot of these games were relatively close. There was only a couple games where it was like, okay, yeah, this they didn't come to play, or they got a lot of holes. But other than that, a lot of these teams are relatively even as long as the teams are healthy. And
Yes, yes,
that's what I've
yes,
seen in the NBA.
yes,
Uh,
yes,
the
yes.
Bucks, of course, the Bucks over the Wizards,
Hey,
133. Can they make a run
hey,
this year? What's up?
hey. I know we're gonna talk about the Jazz beating the Clippers. But the Spurs, that cat dropped 40.
Yeah,
Wembyama
I was getting
was
to it.
balling.
I was getting to it.
Woo!
And you know what? I was supposed to have a graphic for that, and I was going to play a clip. But just like I said, we wanted to get this episode out to you guys. He was balling. So, yeah, let's just skip down because, to be honest, those other two games. The Spurs over the
Excuse me.
Mavericks, 125 to 92. The dude is 7'4". I think he's like 236, something like that. Dude moves
Seven
like
five,
7'5".
seven
Okay.
five.
Uh, he moves like he's a guard.
I-
I've never
Yes,
seen a
sir.
big because most big dudes, it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of bone you're moving. It's a lot to move a body that big.
That's youth, son. That's
And
youth.
yo, he's moving like a guard. Like it's just
Yeah,
insane.
he got a
Blocking
handle, 7'5" handle. Got jump shot, mid range, 3-pointer,
3-point,
dunk,
all of that.
block, steals.
Now he was already the favorite a month ago to win the MVP. I know the odds is just in as long as he stay healthy. Yo,
If he continue to play like this, son, he's the new face of the league. Bump everybody else. My man Edwards, you're taking too long to take over. It's Wembyama because there ain't nobody else like him in the league.
I
When
not
you have a difference maker, you have a difference maker.
I don't think Edwards was ever he would have been the face, but just like Ja Morant, they got too much stuff going on off the court
Well, I
to
don't think
to
it's
be the
much as he
face.
do. Nah, but he's not in that drama like that far with it like John Morant. I think John Morant needed to grow up a lot more. He did so. So kudos to him. To you take any of us that's in that lifestyle and they trying to grow, bro. It's hard when you turn around and you put $100 million on a kid lap that he didn't have $30 to stand with.
Right,
But his
right,
game got him all that. Remember, there was no NIL, even though they was getting a little bit of paper. If all these cats had NIL, by the time they come to the league, they already know what to do because they messed up in college with it. You already know what to
right.
do. But when you get to the pros and you get this much and you don't know what to do, you keeping the same crowd that's not positive, not being a chef for you and taking care of all the things you need and keeping you fed so you could ball out. You got to get rid of some of them dudes that you hang with. And that's the learning lesson about the young black man coming to the league. He always got to separate himself from his old friends, some of them, and some of them he don't. That's why I really like LeBron way, and a lot of players are like that today. You got a good crew around you. You can survive in the professional world. You got bums and hang-alongs with you. You can't really survive in the game. You really can't because they're gonna take you down. They're not understanding. Protect the prize. You are the baller. Protect you. Take care of you. Make sure you do all the right things and you keep your head on your shoulders because they got to keep you going so they can eat. You know what I
Facts,
mean? Take
facts,
care of the
facts,
food source.
facts, facts. No, you're 100% correct on that. Um, and one thing I would say about the NBA, it just got started. We will be, like I said, we will be covering it, watching closely. Definitely see who continues to be that dog in the league. Um, it's a lot right now. Football is heavy right now. NBA got a long way to go. Long way to go. You know what I mean? I see you can't be doing that. You can't be you can't be doing that.
Boy, we had a long day, man.
Yeah.
Long day today,
Yeah.
son.
You
Long
can't
day.
you can't be doing that.
Long day.
Absolutely.
People, we have regular lives, baby. We have
Man,
regular
working,
lives.
cooking dinner, all of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, doing
editing,
regular.
yeah.
Yes,
So
brother.
but
Dealing
like
dealing with everybody's dealing with their own thing. No excuses. It just shows sometimes because everybody putting in work. My son putting in hard work. I'm putting in hard work. It's just a lot. And to get to y'all and give y'all what we talk about every day and debate on and all that is just to
yeah.
show y'all love. We are real people. We doing this real. That's my real son. I'm his real pops. And we love each other to death. And we try to share what we think about, what our thoughts is about the sport game, and we try to give it to you live, fresh, and this ain't Hollywood. We just want to give it to y'all raw and nice.
Right. Just like that. Just like that. But let's go ahead and get it going. We about to wrap up the show. Before we do, we got a couple of things we're going to talk about. Let's start off with the World Series. Hold on here.
Yeah, my Yankees. Lord, Toronto beat the bricks off us,
Yeah.
but it is what it
It is
is.
what it is, you know. So you got Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers in the World Series, which officially starts tomorrow night. Um, Definitely, everyone's looking forward to the World Series. We will be checking it out. To be honest, I used to be a baseball fanatic, um, but
Yes, you
usually
was.
I played every position. I love baseball, uh, but it just after the steroids era, it just wasn't the same. Um, but at the end of the day, I will be
It's
watching the
getting back to
series.
it.
It's
It's
getting back
getting
to it.
back to it.
It's getting back to it.
Yeah.
So for sure, y'all please check out this game. What's your thoughts on this game, on the
Well, I
series?
got LA. I'm going for even though Toronto got some strong bats. I'm a Yankee man, but I got to go with the American team, and that's it. I'm being biased for the moment for the World Series. I like Toronto players a lot. Ain't got nothing wrong with Canada or Toronto, but I'm gonna go with LA Dodgers to win this. And if Toronto win, kudos to them, and I'm happy for them, but I'm gonna go with the LA Dodgers on this, and I think it's gonna be in a 7 game series. I think it's gonna be 4-2
Yeah,
LA.
I got LA winning too. I just think they got a better dugout, and I think that's just the biggest difference. They got the sluggers with Toronto, but I just think that when it comes to the pitchers and what could be executed, I think the Dodgers still just has an advantage. Hey, money pays, man. All that money and billions of dollars that's back at LA Dodgers, it pays, and it's gonna. I
What
think it's
you
gonna.
what you think a hot dog costs? $30 for
Probably
a Frankfurter.
Probably. Shout out once again. I said this last week. Shout out to Arthur Blank, the Atlanta Falcons, who has promised to lower prices for families, and I saw that as proof. I had a Falcon Souvenir Cup, any stadium, minimum $8 to $12 for a souvenir cup. It was $4. French
Oh,
fries and
shout out
chicken
to that
tenders
love.
French fried chicken tender $6. You were talking about the Panther Stadium or multiple other 15, 16, 18, $20. So shout out to Arthur
Yeah.
Blank for lowering the price.
My
$2
grandson
fries,
told me a slice of pizza at the Charlotte's game was $20.
crazy. The Charlotte,
Wow.
the Spectrum Arena for the Hornets. It's ridiculous. These owners are
Yeah,
out of
that's
control.
overdoing it, man. They're
Yeah,
doing it because it's not supposed to be for the average fan. They really forgetting about the fan. It's supposed to be corporate. It's corporate greed, as we all dealing with in this world, and the fans got to suffer. If you want to play it, credit cards are sliding all over the place because you can't even use cash in the stadium,
right,
and
right.
it's just a sad day that it's got to push out the little man just so the big man can enjoy his fantasies.
We need more owners like Arthur Blank. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. One day when we get a banner added on here, I may put a little free commercial. We need more owners like Arthur Blank. He don't win Super Bowls, but regardless, he cares
He care
about
about the
the
people.
families, right? And that's what we care about.
Yeah.
Let's flip
So
it.
they're
We got two.
already getting you in tickets. I ain't got to take your food neither.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna go. We're gonna cover two more stories, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But we got to get to this real quick. Um, Once again,
Oh,
I was rooting for the Browns to lose, but because I want Shedeur to get his shot. But they did get the victory despite Dylan Gabriel because he didn't really do anything. The defense carried them, and Juckins carried them and got the job done. Um,
they
he was
ran
just
the Wildcat, ain't that
right.
something?
Right. Stefanski was recently interviewed, and I think someone had asked him, "Hey, do you plan to get Shedeur? Because typically when you the second string usually gets about 10 to 25% of the first team reps, which is very critical because the moment QB1 is down, you kind of want your second string to be in rhythm to kind of be able to move with the offense, so that way he can come in and be sharp." But unfortunately, Stefanski said, no, we got to give all our reps to our QB1, right? He's not Joe Flacco. He's a rookie, and that's just what it is. We just want to put all our focus on him. And I'm just at the point. I mean, look, you could have a point about he's being a rookie. You want to give all that to the rookie. But at the end of the day, what's the point of having Shedeur on this roster? It's clear as day you hate Shedeur. You're trying to cover for Dylan as much as you can. You give him the easiest plays. You try to make sure he don't mess up. He's not the answer. Everybody, even in your city, knows and see he's a forever backup. He is not going to be a star quarterback. Shedeur was rated as a first-round pick, and for political reasons, got pushed to the fifth round. I don't care where he was drafted in the fifth round. He is a first-round draft pick talent, and you should try to put him on the field and use him. I think the Browns need to let go of Stefanski. They need to fire him. They need to fire Andrew Berry, who's one of the worst GMs in history. And I'm sorry because he's a brother. But terrible move. And then you give your team division and your team a disadvantage. Who trades within their own division? Now Joe Flacco to beat up on y'all. Ain't you trying to win some games? I'm just so over. I feel bad for Shedeur. I wish they just trade Shedeur. Let him go. He's in prison with this franchise. They're a terrible franchise. And everyone killing me talk about, I can't stand the Brown fans. That's why you guys ain't going to never win a game. They're talking about, well, Stefanski, he knows what he's doing. If he don't got Shedeur in there, he don't got Shedeur. What do you mean he know what he's doing? Y'all went to one playoff game. When have y'all won anything? He's been there 6 years, and how many winning seasons y'all had? So anyway, let me get off my soapbox. What's your thoughts on this? I'm just sick of it and
Well,
just
you
tired.
on you on you spot on. Where you spot on at is that Stefanski is part of what the country, the negative part of the country is. Shador is blessed, and when Shador start, that's what the country is turning around to. Savansky is the negative part of the country. He's negative. He don't have no style, no understanding, no nothing. You're doing that old school tactic that don't work no more. is a new world order, and it's coming forward. And it's the way God wanted to be, for everyone to be equal, not this overseeing garbage, you keeping them on the sideline for pride, for hatred, for all the negative things, and has nothing to do with football. You know the guy that you got at QB1, he's a relative. I don't know him. Gilbert, Dylan Gilbert.
Dylan Gabriel,
He's
Dylan Gabriel.
Gabriel. He's all right. Uh, well, anyway, he's your starting quarterback. You know doggone well that Shedeur is better than him, more accurate than him. Like I said before, the first preseason game that he played, he showed you. Then you came with the other preseason game with the setup and the bad negative play, the setup to make him look bad. You look bad by doing that to him, and that's the old style going away. And I'm telling you, once again, sorry to bring so much church into this, but no, spirit in this, not church, spirit in this, that you can't stop what's for him. You can do all you want, Stefanski, but you can't stop what's for him. God got this man covered. And I'm not talking about on wins or anything. He's protecting you from the bad spill that you giving him and treating him with. Shedeur is blessed.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that, man. Just keep prayers up for Shedeur. Hopefully, get the opportunity. And like I said, even if he play, he get a fair chance, and he don't work out. He don't work out, but give him a fair shot. Give him a fair shot. That's all we're saying. What he did in Colorado was magic. Give him a fair shot. That's all we asking for. Um,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
so we're gonna cover this last story. It's not a story that we really want to cover. We're not gonna go too deep into it, but it's really unfortunate because it's all over the news. It's on CNN. It's everywhere. ESPN, Fox, you name it. But unfortunately, um, we had three gentlemen.
I
I
don't.
think
Hey, son.
what's
No,
up?
I'm sorry to cut you, but that's what they want to do. That's the turmoil, and we shouldn't even and go no further. Reason why I just thought about it. Why they the only faces up? Why they putting it on the lead like that? That's a setup for a failure. They don't have the power to do anything. The hands behind it is the controllers, but they don't got none of their pitches up.
But
None of their pitches up,
I
whether they in
think
the NBA or not.
that is true. But I think what it comes down to it is because how illegal it is for any professional sport to be involved in gambling, illegal gambling. They're just making an example. Now there has been. I'm not even going to make it a race thing because there are those notorious men in other cultures, especially in
No,
baseball.
no, I'm not saying that, but they ain't getting platted over the face. I'm just saying it's
Right.
31 people charged, but at the same time, we only highlighting because they want the front center of the black men that's in
Of
the
the
NBA
NBA.
when they are a small cog of this whole foundation piece. So you
Right.
know it comes from a setting is you want to stop one bad thing, but one bad thing in front of you, which I ain't gonna say no names, you won't do nothing about it. Whether it's messing with young adults or stealing or doing anything else, nothing is gonna be done about that. But everything's gonna be done about gambling.
Right. No, I'm definitely with you. I'll just read this from the news, and we'll leave it at that, just so everyone kind of knows what's going on. And like I said, until it's proven in court, because they still got to have their case. It's not like
Yeah,
they charge and that's it. They got to have their day in court. And if they got some good
yeah,
lawyers, maybe they'll be okay. Um,
yeah, but it messes up their future. Remember, the NBA can't take that. They're gonna sit them down. All of them that is still in the NBA is gonna sit down. Chauncey Billups gonna have an interim head coach because there's no way you're under federal charges and then
oh
you
yeah,
still
he's
out there
done.
coaching.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. And unless he get exonerated, that's the only way he gets his job back. But he's
And they
done.
have to get back on TV and exonerate him from that. the head FBI agent will have to speak on that, whether he wants to or not, to give that man clearance back to his job. And I
Right.
think if he do that, he gonna get fired,
Right.
whether he
Exactly.
innocent or not. The people behind this power move don't want nobody to get relief.
Right.
Nobody.
And
It's
just
to
to
take the one story is to replace the other stories that's been going on.
that is true. Just to put it out here real quick, so we can end this. Portland Trailblazer coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former Cleveland Cavaliers assistant Damon Jones, and a longtime friend of many NBA players, Damon Jones, was arrested Thursday in connection with the federal investigation into illegal sports betting and rigged poker games backed by a mafia. Billups was charged with participating in conspiracy to fix high-stakes card games in Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan, and in the Hamptons that were backed by a La Cosa Nostra crime families. So I'm not gonna go more into depth into that. Like I said, that's what's purported into the news. That's not coming from us. Um, I just wish the best for these guys. I know they got families and everything like that. I hope at the end of the day they are innocent. Because, like I said, there have been people brought up in federal investigations before, and the feds got it wrong. Now, we like this. Now, the feds got a very high conviction rate, but it doesn't mean that they were right. It may be just, just to save face, they just took the conviction. But,
Well, I pray to God that they were able to relieve themselves from this and their name was spoken of, but they
right,
really don't have nothing to do with it. I really hope that's the case. And then can I add, you can take that off the board, son. Let me say this. Um, all due respect to our brothers and sisters out there in the world. I just want my message to Stephen A. Stephen A, stop, bro. Stop, bro. You got your paper, you got your money, you got your platform, you got everything you want. Stop hating on us, man. Stop hating on us. Don't make it a black and white thing. You too big in the sports game. All right, you achieved the most, but maybe you sold your soul to get the most. Stop, bro. We don't need that type of attention in the climate we live in today. And if you are the secret man for the man, you need to really stop, bro. Because the brother's going to turn, and once they turn, you ain't going to get back with them. God bless you and hope you have a heart to change and don't sell your soul to nobody just to make a buck, brother.
and I'm
That's
a,
all.
and
God
I'm gonna
bless you.
add, and I'm gonna add to that. He asked for a lot of forgiveness. And I think that's part of his money making. He'll just throw a shock value. Hey, Jasmine Crockett, such and such. This person, such and such. And then all of a sudden, he get all this, from the community. He gets a huge blowback. Oh, hey, if I misspoke, I didn't say anything crazy about that person.
But he put out what they
But you
wanted.
but
Yep.
you put it out crazy when you said what you
Yep.
said. Now all
Yep.
of a sudden you want
Yep.
to brainwash everybody in what you just said. Then I apologize. I'll take ownership. No, you did what you wanted to do. It added shock value. More advertising dollars went to you. And you know what's so funny? There's a guy that he said he really don't like, who to me is probably one of the worst humans ever. But you acting a lot like him. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna say the guy's name. You acting a lot like him. Now all of a sudden you want to get into political commentary. Dude, I'm done. I don't
And
even
you and
watch.
you got secrets. You got things coming out. Wait till I get to my pocket. You got the biggest platform, and you already being a snitch on your own platform. And the brothers that go to them, I understand. Got to make your paper, whatever. You might have not have the same views and understanding, but I'm gonna say one brother I think is an elite brother. Ryan Clark, watch yourself. Watch yourself, brother. Watch yourself. Cam Newton, watch yourself. You know what I mean? You already know how it go in the game. Watch yourself, brother. He could give you all the daylight you want, but you got to watch the nightlight, baby, with that brother. And I'm sorry, every man that go out and throw stuff out there, and then have to apologize. You got to watch him, brother, because he don't mind sticking you. Then tell you sorry, you got to get stitches.
Right. Absolutely. We'll leave it at that. This was definitely a great show. Like I said, we covered a lot. I'm looking forward to a great NFL weekend. Once again, we appreciate you guys' support. Please like, subscribe, provide comments on everything we talked about. What's you guys' thoughts on everything, the subjects? Like I said, there's some things we didn't even want to cover, but like I said, it's out there. But it's just our perspective. Like I said, one of the things we said, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be real. Yeah.
and and we just don't want to be pointing fingers is what you say. We respect you as professional commentators and giving us the raw news and everything, but when you take that and stab the people that's been supporting you for years and years, and the brothers that came out of professional football things and baseball and basketball, and give you they trust and all that, and you stabbing certain people in the back because you don't like them, you have to look in the mirror. And if you happy looking in the mirror, that's on you, brother. That's on you.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. We'll leave it at that. Other than that, man, we'll definitely appreciate you guys as always. Please stay tuned for our next episode as we actually review a lot of these great games this weekend. I look forward to going to my pub to watch the Eagles game. It's gonna be a great time. Go Birds. Other than that,
Go Ravens, go
uh,
Ravens, and I just want to say this once again: keep God first. Take care of your health. Go to your doctor appointments. Schedule doctor appointments. Eat your vitamins. I'm serious. Do everything you need to do to stay on this good earth and deal with these things that's going on. Ain't nothing like living. You know what I mean? Stay on the good side because you could go to the other side, the proper side. You know what I mean? For of those that believe, for non-believers, just stay good so you can stay on this side. All right. God bless you all and have a good night.
all right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.